up? I am Shelby. This is day 24 of the Simplify Your Life Challenge. If you don't know what the Simplify Your Life Challenge is, I'll leave a link in the description down below so that you can find out a little bit more information about it. And we are up to the mental decluttering part of this challenge. So today's challenge is to work your way towards a defined personal style. I think that finding your personal style is like a long journey that's totally different for everyone. It took me like a lot of pondering, a lot of Pinterest boards, and a lot of frustration. But when you get to the point where you know and you love your personal style, getting up in the morning and getting dressed is just like so much easier. Buying new clothes is so much easier. And every time that you put on an outfit, you're like comfortable and you know that it's just in sync with who you are. Everything sort of goes together. So the first step of today's challenge is to write down 2 words to define your personal style. It feels really dumb to do, but literally just write down 2 words that you want your style to embody. So it could be like fun and quirky, expensive and classy, boho and chill. And if you're struggling with this, like have a think about your style icons and what kind of words you would use to describe their style. When I first started to define my personal style a little bit more, this was before I actually started with KonMari, I was already sort of working towards it. Having 2 words, I think mine were expensive and minimal. And when I say expensive, I don't mean that the actual pieces, I wanted them to be expensive. I mean that I wanted them to look expensive. The second step is to create a color palette. I know that this is touted a lot, but honestly, this has been one of the things that's helped me the most with having a really defined, like honed in style. And if you're apprehensive, just realize that your color palette isn't set in stone. If you just choose a few colors, roll with them and see how you feel after a few months. You can definitely switch it up. Like nothing is set in stone. I think the trick is to have a few neutrals and then maybe have a few colors sprinkled in here and there. Don't feel any pressure to go for like trendy color palettes. Absolutely choose what you want and colors that you know suit you. I think the website is called Into Mind, and basically it's all about having a really curated wardrobe. Honestly, it's awesome for this kind of stuff if you really want to look into how to set up your color palette and everything like that. I'll link that website in the description down below. Step 3 is to create a I don't wear that list. So my I don't wear that list consists of tassels, busy floral prints, ballet flats, maxi dresses, gladiator sandals, and a whole bunch more. These are all things that I totally appreciate from afar. I have friends that wear them and they look fabulous, but like I know that they don't suit my personal style. They definitely don't fit in with my 2 words and they don't look good on me. So your I don't wear that list could contain things like different clothing patterns or clothing prints, like no graphic tees, no printed t-shirts, no stripes, no florals, etc. You could have particular clothing shapes listed, like no loose t-shirts, no pencil skirts, no A-line skirts. It could have trends that don't work for you, like gladiator sandals, Birkenstocks, chokers, etc. And it might even have brands that you want to stay away from. I think the trick here is to go back to your 2 words that you listed before and think of types of clothing that really don't fit into those 2 words that maybe you've felt the need to purchase before. So I know that I bought things with sequins on them and I don't know why I did it, but I would never wear them. They didn't fit in with my personal style. They definitely didn't fit in with my minimal and expensive 2 words. But I sort of just kept on buying them. So categorizing them in my mind as something that I just don't buy was, I don't know, it's just a relief. It really guides you towards a more defined personal style. The next step is to create a Pinterest board. So create a new Pinterest board. In the description of it, put your 2 words, your color palette, and your things that I don't wear list. You don't have to fill your Pinterest board with inspiration right now, but maybe pin a few images on there just to get you started. I think that having a Pinterest board is honestly so useful. I have one, I don't actually pin to it that often, but it's already filled with so much stuff. I'll link it in the description down below. Always go back to my Pinterest board. When it came into summer here, I was like, wow, I really don't have any summer clothing and I need to purchase a few tops. So I went back to my Pinterest board and I was like, okay, so are there any like light tops on here that I pin multiple times that I know that I will use? If you haven't noticed, I wear these kind of tops all the time and they're all over my Pinterest board as well. So I went and I bought a few of those and it was just perfect. I wear them all the time now. Having that visual imagery there of what you're into and what you gravitate towards, having it all nice and consistent, matching up with the vibe that you want to give, it's just really helpful as a tool. And for Finish it up by celebrating yourself, as always. The point of today's exercise is really to give you a base for your personal style. I don't think that you can define your personal style in one day. I see it on 30-day challenges kind of frequently, and I just feel like it's such a hard thing. I think you can definitely start it, but it's an ongoing process. You're gonna continue to shape your style forever, hopefully. It doesn't just stay stagnant. But this is just a nice beginning. You're getting so close to the end of the 30-day challenge. It's so exciting. As always, show yourself some appreciation for how well you've done. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, do all of the stuff. I appreciate you so, so much, and I will see you tomorrow.